Soweto-born Fezile Dhlamini is a pioneer in the field of renewable energy innovation. He is the founder of Green Scooters, which is Africa's first electric e-hailing network and a proudly South African company, which is an online food delivery business. For more on that, we are now joined by Fezile via Zoom. Fezile, good morning and thank you so much for making time for us. Tell us about this business idea and how you came up with it. Hi, good morning, Fezile. Just unmute yourself. Okay, great. We can hear you now. You can go ahead.
Yeah. So just to be clear, my company, we've been around for about 7 years right now, and we've been building, designing, and assembling electric vehicles, which are more so three-wheelers within this particular segment that we're in. What we've done over the years is create an entire market that never existed. And we've contributed significantly to creating an ecosystem for electric mobility. So that's what we are. That's what we've been doing. And we've been going for quite some time.
Yeah. What is it that you're trying to solve here, though? And also specifically looking at where you're operating.
So the one thing that we're actually solving is transportation, right? So the biggest thing, challenge and problem that is there is that there's not efficient transport options for people. And this is not just for people, but also for companies that are in the logistics space. So when you look at transportation options and you look at the cost of transportation, there are no efficient solutions that are there for people to actually get to where they need to be as companies, as businesses. So that's what we've done. We've introduced our electric vehicles, and these vehicles that are there, there's both passenger and cargo transport deliveries that are done with our products. One of our biggest clients at the moment, that being PepsiCo, we've managed to even showcase what first mile means. So there's a thing within transport which is first mile and last mile, and then you also have your mid mile. So the first mile and last mile, there's not been a solution within the micro mobility space that's been efficient enough, and we've done exactly that in introducing the right products for the market.
Yeah. And speak to us about your client base, and also considering that some of them, I guess, would also want to ferry passengers. Has it been difficult at all for them to operate in the industry, considering how sometimes you find that the taxi industry, which almost has a monopoly when it comes to public transportation, at least with vehicles that are able to maneuver around the country's road network, have they found it difficult at all to penetrate that market?
Look, I'll just be clear that our business is building vehicles, right? So we build vehicles that we sell or we lease, and we also provide fleet management services. So within the passenger transport space, it's more so the responsibility of the person that's procuring our product or purchasing our product to figure out how they actually navigate that particular space through the provincial Department of Transport and all the other licenses that are required there. So our position is just to probably take a step back and advise, however, in terms of how you can make use of our electric vehicle within your business. But we've had, just to touch on the clients that we've had, they have not had issues as we've noticed from our side. I think people have managed to find their own ways to make the whole thing work for themselves, and it's all about it's all communication between two different parties up until it reaches a particular standpoint.
But your company surely has an interest in what sort of legislation is available for your potential clients, because if legislation is available that allows them to actually operate and penetrate this particular market, that means that they'll be coming back to you to come and buy. Isn't that not true?
That is true, but you also need to understand that with building a company, you need to find what your focus area will be, right? So from our side, yes, we were heavily obsessed initially with what proactive public policy needs to be like, how it needs to benefit people, how it needs to benefit companies, but what we've learned over time with the several years of being in the industry is that you don't ask for permission, you ask for forgiveness. So, in order to make change, systematic change within South Africa, you actually just have to roll out your entire product, project, initiative, and then you will see the effects that will positively impact public policy. So over time, we've seen. I mean, we've been around for a long time, and with that, there's been a lot of steps going towards changing what policy needs to be in terms of the National Land and Transportation Act, the Green Paper that was announced last year. So I still think that there's still a whole lot more to be done because there's still a whole lot more to be understood. Because even the people writing the policies, they are not the people that are actually rolling out those products or initiatives. They just follow. South African market is basically a follower market. So they follow on, oh, this is the trend that's happening, so let us go and start actioning certain things. That's how it works in this place.
Yeah. And a final one is just a bit earlier on, we were speaking to our reporter Kaelihle Khumalo about the African Continental Free Trade Area. Are you guys looking into expanding within the African continent, but also give us an idea of how much an electric vehicle that you are creating would cost if you buy it, and also what would it cost if you were to lease it?
Okay, so yes, we are actually like. I mean, I think we've been spearheading the African Continental Free Trade Agreement because of the value chain, right? So one thing that we've also been doing there is how do we create a unique vertical with this entire value chain in the electric vehicle manufacturing space. That is with not it's looking at battery manufacturing. It's looking at manufacturing agreements that can be created, or distribution manufacturing that can be created within other countries. That's where we are there. But when you look at how much our products start from 144,000. That's inclusive of that. And that's the passenger version, right up to the one that's right behind me. That's our latest product that we've just recently got done with the conceptual design. We're just finalizing our R&D. Hopefully this particular product, which will be much bigger, will have much greater battery range, etc., will be just about 200,000. But when you look at the leasing side of the business, we're leasing our products from as little as 5,354 per month. So people can actually reach out to us, and this is also a unique finance option for people who also want to lease to buy. So, understanding the circumstances of not just businesses, but also individuals who would like to own a product like ours, we've made enough room for ways in which that they can own our products.
Yeah. Fezile Dhlamini, thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on this business venture, and may the company continue to grow. Because employment is also very important, right, Fezile?
I beg your pardon?
Oh, no, I was saying that I wish that the company continues to grow because employment is also quite important.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll be honest with you about something though, is that employment gap is obviously, it's consistently widening, but there are not enough initiatives locally from a government to business that are actually supporting the creation of employment, which is obviously dependent on SMEs. So what we've obviously done as a company right now is we're now moving all of our IP out of the country so that we can actually have better infrastructure and support in terms of building our products, because we're doing them here in South Africa, which has proved to be unsustainable and non-conducive. So as much as we've wanted to create employment, as much as we wanted to create all of these things which will support the National Development Plan of 2030 in terms of job creation, it's also not sustainable for us as an automotive company that is within our space. So unfortunately, you're trying to alleviate employment, but if you're not within a country that is actually supporting, it's not working for us. So we're also moving out, but we're still staying within the country from a service delivery perspective.
Well, hopefully the lawmakers will be heeding the calls that you're making. But thank you so much for your time. That is Fezile Dhlamini, as you just heard there, Soweto-born engineer. Now they've built an electrical scooter, which some they are selling and some they are leasing out.